Welcome to North Georgia News Now. I'm Jimmy Harper. Coming up today in local news, Whitfield County bus technicians were recently honored for their hard work. Also, a Dalton committee has launched a survey regarding the town's natural assets and environmental resilience. Georgia Northwestern Technical College has launched a new scholarship opportunity for students of Whitfield and Murray counties. Also, the Dalton City Council voted to provide the school system with 8 resource offices. We'll also get a look at the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia's Pet of the Week. In state news, Governor Brian Kemp announced a $1 billion plan for Georgia's transportation infrastructure. And an Oregon fugitive was recently arrested in Macon. Later, Todd Looper of JBM Business Solutions will be here to share the community calendar. But first, let's get a look at our local weather.
Today's local weather is brought to you by Built Well Bank.
Welcome back to your local news. Well, several Whitfield County school bus technicians were recently honored for their hard work. Superintendent Mike Uten praised 9 members of the maintenance team for doing a fantastic job at keeping the county's 170 school buses maintained. Tending to those school buses that not only mean keeping them on the road, but also ensuring they are safe for students. Uten recognized the bus technicians as well as the shop foreman and supervisor, Sammy Jones, at a recent Whitfield County Board of Education meeting. The honorees were each presented with certificates of achievement. Our buses range from brand new to 20+ years old, Uten said. These guys do an outstanding job, and we'd like to recognize them for their hard work. Every year, Whitfield County schools receive a bus inspection from the state. According to Uten, the state will physically check every single bus. This year, it was remarkable, he said. There were 3 buses out of the 170 that had out-of-service things that the technicians were able to fix right away. School board members recognized technicians Tony Hibberts, Brian Cook, Tadarius Carter, Lee Engel, Matthew Allen, Zane Cochran, Sean Coral, and Shane Stanley. Stanley was also recognized for his recent performance in the Regional Educational Service Agency School Bus Mechanic Competition, where he placed first place in the region with a score of 100. He placed 4th in the state. The RESA is an annual competition that tests the mechanic's skills. The competition consists of a 50-question exam covering various topics from mechanical to electrical. Stanley was the only technician in the region to score 100 on the exam. Karen Mitchell, Whitfield County Schools Director of Transportation, praised Stanley. Shane does a fantastic job here, and we're proud to have him on our team. He steps up daily. He's always great with the drivers, and his personality is great, she said. Kadarius Carter also participated in the 2024 competition. This was his first year competing, and he said, "It was a good experience. I enjoyed it," Carter said. "I would like to do it again sometime. The test wasn't a hard test. It just covered a lot of different things. I did a lot better than I expected." Well, congratulations to all the honorees, and a special congratulations to Shane Stanley and Kadarius Carter on their success in the competition. Next, Dalton's Resilient Community Committee is launching a new survey on Dalton's natural assets and environmental resilience and would like residents' opinions. Dalton became a participant in the groundbreaking initiative back in 2022 after being selected as only one of 4 cities to take part in the program. The initiative aims to boost Dalton's ability to prepare for, withstand, and recover from natural disasters such as floods, erosion, and landslides. The program seeks to enhance community resiliency through several solutions, including nature-based measures such as planting more trees, creating green spaces, and updating zoning regulations. The committee has begun a new initiative, Rooting for the Rocky Ridge. The ridge holds a lot of entertainment for outdoor enthusiasts, such as its biking trails and the well-known Buzzard's Roost hiking trail system. However, it also holds historical significance as the 1864 Battle of Rocky Face Ridge occurred in this area. The ridge contains numerous undisturbed Civil War fortifications. According to committee member Catherine Sellers, the National Park Service says that our county has more intact Civil War breastworks than any other in the country, and most of them are on the slopes of Rocky Face Ridge. Rooting for the Ridge is an effort that seeks to encourage local understanding of the crucial role that Rocky Face Ridge plays in providing benefits that enhance the community's quality of life. The collaborative effort is funded through the Thrive Regional Partnership's Resilient Communities program, run in partnership with the Open Space Institute and administered by Keep Dalton Whitfield Beautiful. The Thrive Regional Partnership and Keep Dalton Whitfield Beautiful provided a $20,000 grant to help develop educational materials and signage. The community survey is also a crucial part of the project as it enables residents to share their opinions on the natural assets of Dalton and what measures are needed to enhance the town's ability to handle extreme weather-related issues and threats. Residents can participate in the survey by visiting nwgrc.org/ridge. Well, Georgia Northwestern Technical College has established a new scholarship program. The Houston Buck Parsons Scholarship was recently announced and is available to students who reside in Whitfield or Murray counties. Parsons sold carpet at the Carpet Center of Dalton. He also raised Black Angus cattle, and according to his wife, Mary, he loved riding his tractor. Ms. Parson taught elementary school for a number of years, and she says places a great value on education and feels a deep commitment to give back to her community. I wanted to create a legacy in my husband's memory, she said. He was my soulmate. We had no children, so I decided to help students who need assistance. One $2,500 scholarship will be awarded in the spring of 2025. And if the recipient remains in good standing, another $2,500 scholarship will be awarded in the spring of 2026. Donors like Ms. Parson are vital to student success, said Heidi Popham, president of Georgia Northwestern Technical College. We're so grateful to her for establishing this scholarship in her beloved husband's memory. Because of her generosity, students from our Whitfield Murray County campus will have a great new opportunity this spring. Georgia Northwestern Technical College provides quality workforce education to the citizens of Northwest Georgia. Students have the opportunity to earn an associate degree, diploma, or a certificate in a number of career fields. This past year, 12,241 people benefited from the institution's credit and non-credit programs. For more information about GNTC and the Houston Buck Parsons Scholarship, visit gntc.edu. The Dalton City Council voted on Monday to renew its contract with Dalton Public Schools to provide school resource officers, or SROs, to the school system. The renewed contract calls for the City of Dalton Police Department to provide 8 school resource officers and 1 sergeant to the school system. This is a slight increase in comparison to the 2023 contract, which only called for 7 SROs. 2 officers will be assigned to Dalton High School, while 1 officer will be assigned to the Dalton Academy and Dalton Junior High School. Hammond Creek Middle School will also have 1 assigned officer. The 3 remaining officers will be assigned to the elementary schools. The sergeant will serve as a floater for all the schools and will assist the other SROs as needed. According to Police Chief Cliff Kaysen, the police department can only provide 7 SROs at this time, seeing as one of the trained SROs recently left the department. The school system will reimburse the police department for 75% of the total costs of the 7 SROs and 50% of the costs of the 8th SRO when the police department is able to provide one. When school is not in session, the SROs will serve as patrol officers. During the recent meeting, council members also voted to approve several other measures, including a 3-year lease of property at Heritage Point Park to the school system for $10 per year for a challenge course for the school's system Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, a 5-year master service agreement with Kimley Horn and Associates of Chattanooga for engineering and consulting work, a $1.129 million contract with the Federal EC of Woodstock for pipelining, a $93,318 contract with Keller Outdoor for landscaping, an agreement with the Greater Dalton Chamber Foundation for the development of a mini-pitch soccer field at the Mac Gaston Community Center, and to name Will Chappelle as the interim director of the Parks and Recreation Department. Several rezoning requests were also heard. Well, next up, meet Misty, our Humane Society of Northwest Georgia's Pet of the Week. Misty is a stunning Great Pyrenees. She's 2 years old and weighs around 64 pounds. This Great Pyrenees breed is known for being calm, intelligent, affectionate, and devoted to their humans. Misty is no different. She's an incredibly loving girl who would make a great lap dog. She loves to be petted and wants to be right by her companion's side. Misty is already leash trained and potty trained. She's very well mannered inside her kennel, according to the Humane Society. Come say hi to Misty and the other adoptable pets at the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia during adoption hours on Fridays from 3 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Humane Society of Northwest Georgia is located at 1210 Veterans Drive in Dalton. If you'd like to give Misty her forever home, you can visit hsnwga.org to apply. Well, when we return, I'll share some state news. Then later, Todd Looper will share the WDNN Community Calendar. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's time for some state news. Governor Brian Kemp has announced details about a $1.5 billion investment for transportation infrastructure. The funding will advance transportation projects which are set to be reviewed today by the State Transportation Board during its monthly meeting, while also serving as a down payment for future expansion as Georgia continues to experience record job and population growth. Over the last few years, we've welcomed unprecedented job creation to all regions of the Peach State, and this funding will ensure our already reliable infrastructure network can meet the needs of that incredible growth, said Governor Kemp. I want to thank the Lieutenant Governor, Speaker of the House, and members of the General Assembly for their support of this general investment as we work together to keep Georgia the best state for opportunity, he stated. According to Governor Kemp, Georgians should see further improvements to roads and bridges in the months and years to come. This investment will more than double the state's funding to cities and counties for local transportation infrastructure. It will provide an increase in funding for general aviation airports, resurface more state highways, accelerate the competition of key transportation projects that are already underway, and kickstart new strategic projects. As the #1 state to build and grow a business, Georgia is not slowing down in our goal to increase economic opportunities, said Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. Investing surplus budget funds in existing and future transportation infrastructure is critical to ensure our business can expand, goods and services can be transported, and our citizens arrive safely to their destinations, he said. For more information regarding the $1.5 billion investment in Georgia's transportation infrastructure, you can visit the GDOT website. Well, an Oregon fugitive who escaped from prison nearly 30 years ago was captured in Georgia on Tuesday. Stephen Craig Johnson, now 70 years old, was serving a prison sentence for sexual abuse and sodomy at Oregon's Mill Creek Correctional Facility when he escaped from a prison work detail in 1994. He had been in the Oregon Department of Corrections custody since '89. The minimum security prison was not surrounded by a fence and housed about 290 prisoners. At the time of his arrest, Johnson was living in an apartment complex in Macon, where he was known as William Cox. According to the U.S. Marshals Service, this is a name he had assumed that belonged to a deceased child from the state of Texas. Johnson had obtained a copy of the deceased child's birth certificate and social security number and obtained a driver's license. Eddie Rozier, a tenant at the apartment complex where Johnson was living, said he had been living in a one-bedroom apartment in the building for the last 5 years. I've seen him in passing all the time. Everyone called him Bud, Rozier recalled. We're all in a state of shock, he said. Most of the tenants in the apartment complex, which is for elderly and disabled, said they had no idea about Johnson and who he really was. He was a very nice man. Everyone liked him, said April Walker, Johnson's neighbor. The U.S. Marshals Service took over the search for Johnson back in 2015, per the request of the Corrections Department in Oregon. Through the use of undisclosed new investigative technology, marshals were able to develop leads that led them to Johnson, according to the agency. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office in Georgia, U.S. Marshals based in Georgia, and members of the U.S. Department of State assisted in this investigation. Johnson was booked into the Bibb County Jail and is awaiting extradition back to the state of Oregon. Well, coming up later, Todd Looper of JBM Business Solutions will share WDNN's community calendar. But first, here are the obituaries.
Welcome back. It's time for WDNN's Community Calendar. Here are some things going on around the area. Christy Temples of Finding Grace in the Wilderness Ministry and of WDNN Television will join the Rains family for 3 nights of prayer and praise on July 11th, 18th, and 25th from 6 to 7 p.m. The event is located at the BB&T City Park in Calhoun on 308 North Wall Street. This event is free and open to everyone, so be sure to stop by for this event. For more information, email findinggraceinthewilderness777@gmail.com today. Join Get Moving. Walk every other Tuesday for a group walk through the forest of Audubon Acres. Take a delightful bi-weekly stroll through the serene pathways. This is a leisurely walk designed for all ages and fitness levels. This isn't about speed or distance. It's about enjoying the fresh air, engaging in light conversation, and embracing the beauty of our surroundings. Whether you're an avid walker or simply seeking a relaxed outing, this is the perfect opportunity to connect with neighbors and nature. Remember, comfortable shoes and a spirit of camaraderie are all you need to join in the fun. The date is every other Tuesday beginning at 4:30 p.m. Location is Audubon Acres Visitor Center. The attire is comfortable clothing and footwear. Come join and take gentle strides, unwind, and foster a sense of community with every step. This event is free with admission. No need to register beforehand. This will take place rain or shine, barring any significant weather. If you have any questions, please call 423-892-1499 for information. The Spring Place Ruatan Club and the Spring Place Historic Township are teaming up to sponsor a community cleanup day on Saturday, July 20th. Volunteers will meet at Lucy Hill Spring at 9 a.m. to divide into teams, clean out the spring, spruce up the grounds. Participants are asked to bring grabbers, tolls, waders, and other equipment to help rake, trim, cut, clean, or pick up. For more information, call Tim Howard, 706-280-5535. Lifegate Church, located at 2744 Cleveland Highway, will be hosting Gatekeepers Youth Conference beginning July 25th through July 27th. The three-day event will kick off with a block party at 5 p.m., live music, games, food trucks, and more. Worship services will begin at 7 p.m. and will feature different artists and guest speakers each night. The event is free to attend. For more information, contact Taylor Sexton, 762-219-1115. If you'd like to submit information on your event to North Georgia News Now Community Calendar, send to info@wdnntv.com. That's it for this edition of North Georgia News Now. Be sure to visit us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you for watching Local.